Hey, so I want to tell you something, and I'm really cold, so that's where this whole blanket outfit is coming from. But when you are changing things up, when you start to change your mindset from a mindset of restriction and can't and go into a more fruitful and bountiful and free mindset, you are going to start by getting really nervous because when everything's available, you want everything because it's what you were never able to have before. So you want all the things that you couldn't have, or you want to try all the things that you never had the option for. So your cravings and your wants are going to be really high. So, especially coming from a place of like not feeling in control and feeling like your cravings are just insane and you have absolutely no say and you have no control over yourself and you just kind of go free willy-nilly, this can be a very almost scary time when that comes to light. So, because you are doing this, because it is something that is going to help you in the long term, because you want a life that is free and fun and not restrictive, I want you to just ride it out. So my whole thing is experimenting, because with an experiment, there is no success or failure. It's just an outcome and you decide what you want to do with that outcome. So from the experimental side, what you will find, because this does happen even for the most crazy cravings that you have, and believe me, I am one of those people that it should not be left alone with any kind of sweets or chips or anything like that because I will eat all of it. What you will find is you have a lot more control than you thought. Because for so long, you have been living in restriction. You have been living in can't. And all of these things that are now openly available to you because nothing is off limits, you feel the need to want to eat it all because in the past, because you're just living off of past experiences and past expectations, none of this stuff was available, so it's going to be gone. So I'm using this off of my own personal experience right now, is I'm trying to be on a very limited and strict budget, but without saying that I can't have things. It's just I'm choosing to be a little bit more strict with my budgeting and things like that. So I'm buying just the basics. I'm eating just the things that'll get me by and make me survive. So then when those times come that I can afford a little bit more fun food or have a little bit more variety in my cupboards, I every once in a while will get a little nervous because my cravings for chips and my cravings for sweets and my cravings for all of the fun foods are like almost sky high, like really high. But when I follow the system, like always, like what I'm preaching to my clients, when I'm following the experimental mindset and I'm just letting it happen and letting it flow through, you will be surprised, as I am every single time, that those cravings tend to disappear. And here's why. We all want to rebel. So when we're given these limitations of you can't eat those foods are bad, you want to eat them. Just like when you were underage, you wanted to drink, or just when you weren't able to smoke, you wanted to smoke. You wanted to do all the naughty things. The same goes with food. So when it's available and it's no longer off limits, well, the whole thrill of wanting to eat it, just to eat it because you can't eat it and it's not going to be available, it's not going to be there, and it's going to be gone forever until your next cheat meal, it no longer works because you can have it at any point. You can have it at any point. It's no longer off limits. So you start to look a little deeper then. And because you were in control, you decided this, you found it out from experimenting, and you chose to move forward with the result that you had, you are in control. You get to decide. So it's no longer being a victim to your cravings, being a victim to your life. You are in control. So you no longer have that easy cop-out. You no longer have anything else to blame but yourself. So you decide to take responsibility for it and really dive deep and really decide. So this is when knowing your why for wanting to live a healthy life, wanting to make these changes, wanting to live in the way that you want to live becomes big. So for me, my why is being an asset to society. My why is being able to say yes to whatever it is I want to say yes to, and making sure that I have a solid base for when I have a family and when I have kids and when I have people looking up to me, that they can look up to a healthy-minded person. That's big. So when your why is bigger than wanting to lose 10 pounds or wanting to fit into skinny jeans, and it's a big life-altering, big like life-changing and big impact why, then those cravings and those cookies, will they actually serve you? So Between realizing your why, experimenting, and finding out what actually works for you and you being in charge, you will find. You just have to be open to it and give it some time and have fun with it. But you will find that those cravings, those thoughts that consumed your mind can disappear. So, between realizing your why, experimenting, and finding out what actually works for you and you being in charge, you will find. You just have to be open to it and give it some time and have fun with it. But you will find that those cravings, those thoughts that consumed your mind can disappear. So, with that being said, I want so badly to deconstruct your diet mentality so we can eat pizza and talk about our feelings and really get down to the root problem and the root power taker of you so you can come back on top and fully be in control and be your own power person. So let me know when you're ready.